If you've got about 100 quid to spaff out on a fresh new pair of true wireless earbuds, well, I really don't envy you because you've got bugger loads of choice out there, as well you'll know if you've been following my reviews here on TechSpert. And I'm afraid to say that decision just got even tougher because Sennheiser has just launched its freshest pair of buds for 2021, the CX True Wireless. These will cost you 120 quid when they go on sale on July the 8th, and that's a similar sort of price to Huawei's new FreeBuds 4 and lots of other recently released true wireless earbuds. So to see if they're any good, I've been testing them out for a good few days now ahead of the actual official launch, and here's my full review of Sennheiser's CX True Wireless earbuds. And for more on the latest and greatest tech, please do box subscribe and ding that notifications bell. Cheers! Now let's start with the design, and I'm just going to straight up say it. These are big, chunky motherfuckers, so they do jut out of your ears quite a way and kind of make it look like you've shoved some sort of rod straight through your own skull. But despite this rather chunky monkey design, the good news is that they do stick cleanly and tightly in place as long as you use the old poke and twist method of insertion. As I say, I've been using them as my full-time earbuds for a good few days now, and they've never shown any signs of flying out at inopportune moments. And just to prove the point, mosh test! Now you get a pair of medium ear tips pre-installed here on the Sennheiser CX True Wireless, but you do get 3 extra sizes bundled in the box as well, extra small, small and large, just in case they don't quite fit you properly. So touch wood, you shouldn't have any problem finding a nice comfortable fit for your true wireless earbuds. I found the medium ones were absolutely fine for my own particular lug holes. And the Sennheiser CX True Wireless also rock IPX4 splash resistant design as well, which has proved particularly handy here in Blighty, the usual shitty June wet weather. As for colours, well, you've got a highly exciting selection of models to choose from, including these black ones, or you can also get them in white. Now for the wireless connectivity, you've got full Bluetooth 5.2 support, and I certainly had no issues with connecting to my smartphone, even when I ventured out into Plaguey World. Now when I first pulled the True Wireless earbuds out of the case, I didn't get like an NFC pop-up window on my smartphone saying, oh, would you like to pair with the Sennheisers? Just went into the Bluetooth menu, though, paired up in just a few seconds, was nice and easy. And there's no little button secreted somewhere around the CX True Wireless case that allow you to repair with another device. What you've got to do instead is just long press both of the buds for 3 seconds, and then this will put them in pairing mode and you can get hooked up with another device. And you do have dinky wee little LED indicators on each of the buds as well, which tell you when the buds are trying to find your device, whether they're paired with your device, and when they are in pairing mode. And of course, a lot of these earbuds and earphones and such forth can put these LED lights on the outside, which they're then flashing non-stop, and they can be kind of distracting, especially if, for instance, you're listening to a podcast in bed at night, someone who's trying to get a kip next to you, and they've just got this friggin' light flashing in their face. But Sennheiser has at least had the common sense of putting that on the inside instead. I also found I really like the touch controls here on the Sennheiser CX True Wireless buds, as while you've got comprehensive coverage, basically a single, double or triple tap of both buds and also a long press, they will all perform different actions, and they're fully customizable via Sennheiser's mobile app. Download the Sennheiser Smart Control app and they will pair up with your earbuds in a jiffy, as long as they are actually already connected to your device via Bluetooth. Few seconds and you're basically in. And if you dive on into the settings on this app, you'll see you've got lots of stuff you can play around with, including an auto power off feature. You can update the earbuds when needed, and you do have control customization too. And I actually really like Sennheiser's default control setup, so I just stuck with that. As you can see there, single tap of either bud will play or pause your music. Double tap the left bud to skip back to the previous track, the right bud to go to the next track. Triple tap will load up the voice assistant, and then you can press and hold either bud in order to scale the volume down or up. But you can swap around the order, no problem. And if there's a particular one that you don't want to use, you can just simply disable it. And I've got to say, I think Sennheiser has nailed the touch controls on these things. I had bugger all problems controlling the CX True Wireless earbuds with me fingertips. Very rare to tap and not get a response. And also every time you do tap, you get a tonal feedback from the actual earbuds as well, so you know that your touch has been registered. Now the CX True Wireless buds support all of the usual Bluetooth codecs, all that shenanigans, and a good bit of aptX action as well, so everything stays in sync when you are enjoying a bit of Netflix, YouTube, whatever you like. And that audio quality is strong, as you would hope from Sennheiser. You get crisp, clean playback, no distortion or any other issues. I found the full range came through nice and cleanly. Every instrument has got a little bit of room to breathe, so when you all listen to some good, high quality audio, you can definitely make that differentiation. And just briefly bounding back into that app again as well, you do actually get an equalizer feature on here as well, which you can have a bit of a play around with, either with this funky doohickey, otherwise you do have your more traditional sliders as well if you want to have a play around with those. Yeah, fairly Fairly simple as far as equalizers go, bass, mid and treble, or your 3 different settings. You do also have a couple of presets, including the good old bass boost. And to be honest, because the bass is pretty good on the CX True Wireless earbuds, certainly as far as buds go, I didn't really notice much of a difference between having the bass boost on and the bass boost off. Slight, very subtle difference, but certainly to my ears, didn't exactly do anything revolutionary. But as I say, they're pretty good at bass anyway, so if you are a bass fan, these are one of the better options at this sort of price point. The only real problem, the only real disadvantage of getting the Sennheiser CX True Wireless buds is the fact that you don't get any active noise cancellation smarts here, and that's something that you do get on a lot of rivals at this price, or even cheaper, the likes of the Oppo Enco X's or the Anker Soundcore Life Q30s. I mean, thankfully, because you've got that silicone tip design, you've got the different sizes of earbuds bundled in here, I did find that I got a perfect seal, and so that does provide a nice bit of noise isolation, does help to sort of dampen everything that's going on around you. So I certainly had no troubles walking down a busy, bustling high street, lots of traffic going by, lots of people wandering by having conversations, and I could still listen to an audiobook or a podcast at a sort of reasonably moderate volume, didn't have to bump it up, and therefore risk knackering my already fairly knackered old ears. All the same, it would have been great to see some sort of noise cancellation here on the Sennheiser CX True Wirelesses, just to counter the rumble of that traffic, or if you're on a train, for instance, as well, especially things like the tube where things get rather loud, it would be good to have that option. You've got a dual mic arrangement on each of these buds as well, just for picking up your voice whenever you're speaking to the voice assistant or when you're on a call. And again, in quite a noisy environment, it will pick up on quite a lot of background clamour, but I could also make myself heard without having to absolutely scream at any given moment, which is always good when you're out in public. So far, pretty solid buds despite that lack of noise cancellation, but where the Sennheiser CX True Wireless really set themselves apart from the competition and really impress is the battery life. You'll actually get just shy of 10 full hours of use on a single charge of these buds before they have to be shoved back into the case and given a bit of a rest. I got generally between sort of 8.5 to 9 hours of use on a full charge. And that's definitely one of the best results of any True Wireless earbuds that I've tested in the entire history of me reviewing True Wireless earbuds. And yes, it's definitely helped along by the lack of active noise cancellation and everything, but basically if you are planning on doing lots of long journeys in the future, you want buds that you can just stick into your ears, leave in there, not have to worry about them running out of charge at all, then definitely consider the Sennheiser CX True Wireless. The actual case itself is very plastic, not exactly particularly premium or anything, and also it's rather chunky and box shaped as well, which is kind of a shame. A lot of rivals like the Huawei FreeBuds, it's quite a slender case, very easy to slip into a jeans pocket. These things will give you a rather unsightly and suspicious bulge. But bung the buds in there, and with a fully charged case you will get about 3 full recharges of the buds as well, so again fantastic for those really long journeys when you're not going to have the option to charge up the case or anything. It's just Type-C recharger as well, no wireless charging or anything. As I say, it feels like a fairly bog standard, almost budgety case, unfortunately. But anyway, there you have it. That's my review of the Sennheiser CX True Wireless fresh new 2021 earbuds, and definitely solid despite the lack of active noise cancellation. That's my only real grumble of these things. If you want strong audio quality but particularly impressive battery life, then give them a go. It'd be great to hear what you guys think. What are your favorite True Wireless earbuds right now? It'd be definitely great to hear that down in the comments below. Please do poke subscribe, ding that notifications bell, and have yourselves a fantastic rest of the week. Cheers everyone, love you.